Good morning everybody. Today we will discuss in this video lecture about class 8's English revision MCQ and questions of chapter number 10, a great stone face, part 2. Students, before seeing question answer, we will revise the theme of the lesson. So in this lesson we know that there is a story about little boy Ernest who was kindful for his mother. He helped his mother in her work. As the time passed, he became old person. But in the valley, he was unnoticed. The whole lesson moves around the great stone face, which is on perpendicular side of mountain. And one day Ernest's mother told him a story about old prophecy that one day in future in that valley born will happen. The child will be a noblest and greatest person of his time. From that day, Ernest was awaiting for the true arrival of the man of old prophecy, but no one fulfilled this old prophecy. Now, in the beginning of the lesson number 10, a great stone face part 2, Ernest became famous in the valley and also all around, and his fame reached very far away. One poet wanted to meet him, and one day he came to his home, his cottage. At that time, Ernest thought that this poet is the resemblance of the great stone face. He is the person of the great stone face. But the poets told him that his thought is not worthy of it. He is not the person of old prophecy. But at the ending of the story, when Ernest addressed the audience and after finishing his speech, the poet declared that no one other but Ernest himself was the person of a old person of a great stone face. So now we will see first some MCQs questions and then some short and long question answer of the chapter. So pay attention and listen me carefully. We will start first MCQs questions. First, who is the writer of the story The Great Stone Face Part 1 and 2? Option A, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Sasitkant Das, C. Ernest, and D. Rudyard Kipling. So the writer of the story The Great Stone Face Part 1 and Part 2 is Nathaniel Hawthorne. So correct answer of first question is option A. Number 2. More numerous than the white hair on his head were the dash thoughts in his mind. Negative thoughts, good thoughts, daily thoughts, or option D, wise thoughts. So more numerous than the white hairs on his head were the wise thought in his mind. So correct answer of these questions is option D. Number 3. Was Ernest famous? Yes. B. No. C. Maybe. D. Not mentioned in the story. So Ernest was famous means correct answer of these questions is option A. Yes. How did he receive his visitors? Gently, poorly, rudely, or none of the above. So Ernest received his visitors very gently. So correct answer of these questions is option A. While Ernest had been growing old, God had granted a new dash to this earth. Shopkeeper, soldier, prophecy, and poet. While Ernest had been growing old, God had granted a new poet to this earth. Who did he declare? Sorry, who did he celebrate in his poems? Himself, the Greystone face, Ernest, and Valley. The poet celebrate the Greystone face in his poem. So correct answer is option C. Sorry, option B. Number 7. What do you mean by customary toil? Customary toil means A. Customs, B. Traditional, C. is zeal work, and D. exceptional work. So the meaning of the phrase customary toil means usual work. So correct answer is option C. Did the Great Stoneface agree with the writer of the book being the man in the prophecy? Did the Great Stoneface agree with the writer of the book being the man in the prophecy? Option A, yes. B, no. C, maybe. And D, maybe not. So at the ending of the story, we saw that Great Stoneface shows its future that it is agree with the writer's opinion. Means correct answer of these questions is option A. Whose wisdom walk hand in hand with the noble simplicity of his life? Poet, B. Ernest, C. Shopkeeper, none of the above. Whose wisdom walk hand in hand? So Ernest wisdom walk hand in hand. Means correct answer of these questions is option B. Ernest. When did the poet visit Ernest? Option A. Summers, B. Winters, C. Spring, and D. Autumn. When did the poet visit Ernest? So the poet visit Ernest. The poet visited Ernest at the time of summer. What was Ernest doing when the poet saw him? Reading a book, holding a book, looking at the Great Stoneface, all the above. So when the poet saw him, Ernest was reading a book. Correct answer of these questions is option A, reading a book. Who never saw the Great Stoneface look so hospitably at a stranger? People of the village, poet, Ernest, all of the above. So Ernest never saw the Great Stoneface look so hospitably at a stranger. Had the poet seen a man so gentle and kind like Ernest before? Yes. B. No. C. Maybe. D. Not mentioned in the story. So, the poet had not seen a man so gentle and kind like Ernest before. Means correct answer for this question is option B. No. Number 14. Did the great stone face bend to listen to the poet? Option A. Yes. B. No. C. Maybe. D. Maybe not. So correct answer yes. The great stone face bent to listen to the poet. Why was Ernest said upon seeing the poet, upon knowing the poet is not the man in the prophecy, upon realizing himself is not the man in his prophecy, all the above? So, upon knowing the poet is not the man in the prophecy, Ernest was said. Means correct answer is option B. Who said, I am not worthy to be its likeness? Poet, Ernest, no one of the above. Who said, I am not worthy to be its likeness? The poet said, I am not worthy to be its likeness. Why did he not consider himself worthy to be its likeness? His life did not correspond with his thoughts. He had unfamiliar dreams. He lacked faith in his own thoughts, all the above. So the correct answer, the poet did not consider himself worthy to be its likeness because his life did not correspond with his thoughts. He had unfulfilled dreams and he lacked faith in his own thoughts. Means all these options, all the three options are correct. When did Ernest used to speak to his neighbors? At sunrise, at sunset, at dawn, at midnight. So at the time of sunset, Ernest used to speak to his neighbors. Were they able to see the Greystone face from the meeting point? Yes. Sorry. Were they able to see the Greystone face from the meeting point? Yes. No. Maybe not. Or not mentioned in the story. So they were able to see the Greystone face from the meeting point. Means correct answer of these questions is option A. Yes. Ernest threw a look of familiar dash around upon his audience. Ernest threw a look of familiar rudeness, disgust, disappointment, and kindness. Ernest threw a look of familiar kindness around upon his audience. Correct answer of question number 20 is option D, likeness. 21. His words had power because they agreed with his thought, and his thoughts had reality and depth because they harmonized with the life which he had always lived. Who is he in the above lines? Some sentences are given and what pronoun he is also used again and again. Who to whom this pronoun he is refers. So option A Ernest, B poet, C the Greystone face, and D none of the above. The correct answer of these questions, he in these above lines is Ernest himself. So right answer is option A. It was not mere breath that the preacher uttered. They were the words of a liar, a believer, a life, or truth. It was not a mere breath that the preacher uttered, they were the words of life. Had the poet ever written something nobler than the prophecy of Ernest's life and character? Yes, no, maybe not mentioned in the story. So the poet had never written something nobler than the poetry of Ernest's life and character. Means correct answer of these questions is option B, no. Who or what did the golden light of the sun fall upon? The grey stone face, earnest, poet, audience. The golden light of the sun fall upon the great stone face. Option A. White mist around the great stone face has been compared to Ernest's white hair, Ernest's eyebrows hair, poet's white hair, poet's eyebrows hair. So white mist around the great stone face has been compared to Ernest's eyebrows hair. Means correct answer is option B. Behold, behold, dash is himself the likeness of the great stone face. So this sentence was spoken by the poet. Behold, behold, Ernest is himself the likeness of great stone face. Who said behold, behold? Ernest, the poet, someone from the audience, or none of the above. So behold, behold, this phrase are spoken by the poet. So correct answer of this question is option B. Did everyone agree with man? Yes, no, maybe not mentioned in the story. So yes, everyone agreed with man. Means correct answer is option A. Was the old prophecy fulfilled? Yes, no, maybe not mentioned in the story. So yes, at the ending of the story, when the poet declared that Ernest himself the person of old prophecy, and with it the old prophecy fulfilled, means the correct answer of this question is option A. Yes. Did Ernest agree with everyone when they found the man with likeness of the great stone face? Yes, no, maybe none of the above. So Ernest was not agree with everyone when they found the man with likeness of the great stone face, because still his heart was telling him that he will come. Ernest, he will come. So Ernest was not agreeing. Students, so these are some important MCQs questions, and now we will see some short and long question answer of the chapter. So first, write the physical appearance of Ernest. Physical appearance of Ernest. So Ernest had white hairs on his head, wrinkles across his forehead, and furrows in his cheeks. He was an old man, but more numerous than white hairs, he had wise thought in his mind. Ernest had white hairs on his head, wrinkles across his forehead, and furrows in his cheek. He was an old man, but more numerous than white hairs, he had wise thoughts in his mind. Why did the poet want to meet Ernest? The poet wanted to meet Ernest, whose wisdom walked hand in hand with the noble simplicity of his life. In short, the poet wanted to meet Ernest because Ernest's wisdom walked hand in hand with the noble simplicity of his life, the way of his living. Did the poet go to meet Ernest? What did they do? Yes, the poet went to meet Ernest. They both sat together, and Ernest tried to find great stone face in poet. So the poet went to meet Ernest. They both sat together, and Ernest tried to find great stone face in the poet. According to Ernest, who was the man which resembles great stone face? According to the Ernest, the poet whose poetry he read, seated on the bench before his cottage door, a ride he asked to mountain, is not this man worthy to be your likeness? Means according to Ernest, the poet whose poetry he read was the man which resembles great stone face. What did the poet reply when he listened Ernest's prophecy story? He replied that to find in me the likeness of the grey stone face, I am not worthy to be its likeness. When the when Ernest told him about the fulfillment of prophecy in the poet, at that time poet replied that to find in me the likeness of the grey stone face, I am not worthy to be its likeness, because he also gave its reason, because his thought was not, his life was not corresponded with his thought which he had written in his story. Why were Ernest's and poet's eyes wet with tears? The earnest's and poet's eyes were in tears because the thought the poet put in his book is entirely different for his real life. He had dreamed, but they have been only so. He burst into tears. The earnest and poet's eyes were in tears because the thought which the poet put in his books is entirely different from his real life. He had dreamed, but they have been only dreams. So he burst into tears. What did Ernest addresses? What did Ernest address to the people of Valley? Ernest threw a look of familiar kindness around the audience. Ernest threw a look of familiar kindness around the audience. He spoke all his thoughts, and people agreed. That was not a preacher voice. These were the words of life. He melted out the heart of people of Valley. So, again, Ernest threw a look of familiar kindness around his audience. He spoke all his thoughts, and people agreed, because that was not a preacher voice. These were the words of life, and he melted out the heart of people of Valley. Who said the Ernest is himself the grey stone face, and why? The poet said the Ernest was himself the grey stone face. The poet who came to meet Ernest said that Ernest was himself the grey stone face because the thought he had wrought matched with the thought of Ernest. He saw the grey stone face covered with the white mist like Ernest's face colored with the white hair. Did the prophecy come to true at the end of the lesson? Yes, the prophecy came true at the end of the lesson, as all the people agree whatever the poet had said, and actually Ernest resembles the grey stone face. Means at the ending of the story, the prophecy come to true. What did Ernest think about prophecy? Ernest finished his speech and took the poets in his arm, and still thinking that some wiser and better man would appear resembling to the grey stone face. It means, in short, till Ernest was not believing that he is the person of old prophecy, he is the person of grey stone face. So, thanks, students, and I hope you have understood all the question answer, the summary of the lesson very well. Okay, thanks.